Airline manufacturing giant Boeing says it will suspend production of its 737 MAX jetliner in January. Industry regulators have made it clear they will not approve the jet's return to service by the end of 2019. VOA Correspondent Mariama Diallo explains the potential impact of the move.
The move to suspend production of its best-selling 737 MAX came days after the head of the Federal Aviation Administration said no to recertification of the jetliner until possibly sometime next year. That news raised concerns for some workers right before the holidays.
Merry Christmas, right?
For now, the company says there would be no layoffs of its 12,000 employees during the production freeze. Meanwhile, suspending production of a commercial aircraft will have a major impact on multiple levels, analysts say.
Suspending production of a commercial aircraft, and we don't know how long that would be, is really going to create some chaos for the airlines that are involved in this, as well as the 600 or so companies that are part of the 737 MAX supply chain and Boeing itself. It's going to have substantial impact on the U.S. economy, and as it already has, I think, will affect our trade deficit.
Boeing officials say they decided to stop production in part because the FAA declined to certify the aircraft at least until 2020. The 737 MAX had been grounded since March after two separate fatal crashes, one in Indonesia and another one in Ethiopia, that killed nearly 350 people.
Boeing made a lot of missteps, starting with the design of the airplane, and there was some early signals that it needed some fixes, and those were missed by lots of people.
Aviation expert Joe Schweiderman says for Boeing, this is going to be a tough juggling act.
This is a core of their operation, the 737 MAX, and you have lots of workers who are trained to do one thing and have them do another thing now. As you try to figure out when you're going to start, it's going to take some fancy footwork.
CEO Dennis Muilenburg had his chairmanship stripped from him because of questionable decisions he made ahead of the two crashes. He also testified before Congress about both incidences.
And I want to convey our absolute commitment to safety, our commitment to learning, our commitment to rebuilding the public's confidence in what we do, and to preventing accidents from like this from ever happening again.
But critics say he's been slow to accept blame for software failures that safety inspectors say contributed to both crashes. Mariama Diallo, VOA News, Washington.